Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Superstars of Wrestling Review Series. The 23rd of February 1991 is our episode for today. We are about a month away, maybe a little bit more, from WrestleMania 7. But the Big Boss Man is in an enhancement challenge match here. Um, he is obviously still carrying the nightstick, still a law enforcement officer. A shot with the Mountie or a feud with the Mountie has begun a bit here. Certainly that culminates at SummerSlam same year in one of the better matches. Amazingly, Boss Man hits a drop kick on this enhancement talent here. And standing drop kick from a guy the Boss Man size, really big deal. The pull with the Boss Man, Mountie versus American police officers. The whole idea behind the storyline, Mountie using the shock stick on the Boss Man on I believe, episode of either Challenge or Superstars that we cannot cover here because we don't have the episode available. But anyway, that's the angle there. As mentioned, they culminate that in a jailhouse match at SummerSlam 1991. Still one of my favorite matches to this day as far as gimmick matches go, just because it was fun. Um, Spine buster by the Boss Man and gets a victory there. Uh, Mean Gene Okerlund with an update. The move towards WrestleMania 7, the promise of the Hearts versus the Nasty Boys. Now, long term fans will remember that, in fact, the couple of things. Number one, Nasty Boys won a Battle Royal in an episode we did not cover to be the number one contenders here. The Legion of Doom eliminates Power and Glory. That's how their match is set up for that particular juncture. The attempt by the Legion of Doom to Doomsday Device the Nasty Boys leads to their elimination, and Power and Glory kind of take shots at them after they'd already been eliminated, so that sets up those two matches. The Hearts and the Nasties and Power and Glory and the Legion of Doom are two main tag team matches for WrestleMania 7. Speaking of WrestleMania 7, it is the WrestleMania debut of The Undertaker, who has a squash match here next. Um, and, he hits a few shots, forearms across the back, nothing really major. Does the rope walk, and Undertaker obviously gets the jumping deal there. Plugging partner and pallbearer has debuted by this point. Not sure exactly what week he debuts on, but it was sometime in the couple of weeks we missed, the last 2 weeks. Tombstone 1, 2, 3. Taker gets a win, and Mean Gene Okerlund with the Bushwhackers plugs Toys R Us. Toys R Us, a pretty major deal. Sean Mooney plugging an upcoming. I believe it is I want to say Madison Square Garden to the cards. Texas Tornado still talks about wanting to be one of the best, just don't want to get even with Kurt Hennig in this particular event center. And then we move to WrestleMania 7, also talking about taking on the benefit of none other than Dino Bravo at WrestleMania. That's kind of talked about. WrestleMania about a month away here, a little bit less, and pretty major deal. Warlord talks about the Battle of Power with the benefit of a match with the British Bulldog, Haku, and Virgil. Up next, Million Dollar Man hiring Haku out from, I wouldn't say out from under, but in coercion with Bobby the Brain Heenan. Heenan at ringside too, seconding his man. Virgil uses some punches quickly and uses some speed. Virgil, big hip toss on Haku. Sad that Haku had to be the one to put Virgil over here, but that's the whole point. Clothesline, Roddy Piper out there as a second to Virgil, and I believe it is Virgil and DiBiase at WrestleMania. I know they pay it off at SummerSlam, but first encounter, I believe, pretty sure is WrestleMania. They send Haku into the buckle, or Virgil does more accurately. Virgil looks like he's wearing pajama pants here. Red and white stripes, looks like candy stripes. Haku sends him through the middle rope and out to the arena floor. Piper gets him up, gets him back in there. Virgil continues to take quite a bit of a pounding, including some clotheslines. Piper does a brilliant job of cheering Virgil on from ringside, and Virgil does get a victory here. Slips, gets nailed with a suplex. Referee is distracted because Piper gets up onto the apron. Haku wants to go at it with Piper, and Piper leads to giving Virgil enough time to score a victory via a roll-up, back when roll-ups weren't part of every match there was. Anyway, we move towards more continued plugging of the WrestleMania 7 card. The Harts, as mentioned earlier, formerly managed by Jimmy Hart, no relation to Neidhart or Bret Hart, but they are going to face the Nasty Boys, who won the Battle Royal. Nasty Boys talk about being the nastiest team in the WWF, and they want to get even with the Harts for, I guess, avenging or angering Jimmy Hart earlier. British Bulldog out, looks completely bloated here in early 1991. But he's even on some programs that fans have. And you can see Hulk Hogan cameras, Hulk Hogan candy, ice cream bars, and all sorts of other things. Anyway, Davey Boy Smith is your, I guess, winner of the match here. You know, simple power moves, shove off, vertical suplex, and the like on the enhancement talent. Finishes him off with the power slam, as one would be wont to do. We go to the Brother Love show, which, as always, is a big deal. Macho Man Randy Savage promises to end the career of the Ultimate Warrior, telling the Warrior that he will wish that he could have been something more. Queen Sherry right still behind Savage here the whole way. But career versus career has been announced for WrestleMania 7, Savage and Warrior, which launches a whole other bit of storylines. So we do go to a WrestleMania report here. That report is really basic but worth mentioning. Gene Okerlund plugging the March 24th event. So earlier in the month than I thought. For some reason I thought it was the 30th or 31st. Anyway, Tenryu and Katal versus Demolition has been announced. Tenryu and Katal are Japanese stars. Santana and the Mountie, which goes about 3 minutes at Mania. Santana on the first 9 Manias, I'm pretty sure. Opening match will end up being Rockers versus Haku and the Barbarian. Throw together any team you can. And, of course, Hogan and Slaughter for the championship. Hogan says he's avenging America. Hogan says he's going to get his belt back, etc., and so forth. We are also reminded that Jake Roberts will face Rick Martel in a blindfold match. Pretty big deal there. He says that the fans will lead him through. Undertaker's first WrestleMania opponent ends up being Jimmy Snuka, and that is pretty notable. And as mentioned, Ted DiBiase alongside, well, no one at this point, to face Virgil with Roddy Piper, Earthquake, and the Greg the Hammer Valentine is here, as is Dino Bravo and Texas Tornado Kerry Von Erich. And the career versus career, as mentioned just a moment ago, Savage and the Warrior, WrestleMania 7, one of the final really big, influential matches of the time. Sergeant Slaughter as champion doing a squash match, which is rare. We didn't see these from Hogan. I don't remember seeing Savage do that many when he was a heel in '89, a heel champion in '89 either. But Slaughter doing them here, goes completely to town, gets the camel clutch among other things, and really takes out his adversary. Earthquake promises to get rid of Greg Valentine. Rockers manage to promise to get rid of the Barbarian and Haku. Heenan puts together another team in their way, and that will close us for February of 1991. Sorry I don't have more of these, but I can only give you what I can give you. But anyway, we'll be back with more right after this.